Hello fellow book nerds, Emmy Walker here to do my October books to be read. Since I did so poorly reading my actual TBR for September, but I did start a lot of them, I'm just going to pretty much carry a few of them over into this month. So I'm not going to go into too much detail with those books since I spoke about them in September, but I'll give as brief a description as I can without, doing the usual rambling, I guess. First up is going to be book 2 in the Lost Years of Merlin, and this is the 7 Songs of Merlin by TBR. And I started this one, the first one, a while back, enjoyed it, and this is just a continuation of that series. I've read, I think, the prologue, so that's about all as far as I've gotten in this one so far. Next up, I'm going to be finishing Soulless by Gail Carriger, and this one I've read about halfway through this one here, and this is the first one in the Parasol Protectorate series. I'm having a hard time with this one, mainly because I don't really like the mindset of upper class women at this time. I prefer like a lower class kind of mentality. I just, it drives me nuts with the whole, like, everything's basically about marriage, and I know that's kind of how they thought, but it still drives me nuts. I would much rather read something from a lower class mind. But they're getting into more of the meat at this point, so I feel like I'll get through it faster. Next up, I will be finishing Splintered by A.G. Howard, and I'm about 2/3 of the way through at this point. It is an Alice in Wonderland retelling, and I really enjoy the way that she's kind of gone about it, still bringing in a lot of the Lewis Carroll elements while bringing in her own, twist to things. I believe that this will be the one I finish next, in fact. Up next is going to be The Summoner by Taran Matharu, and I had said last month that I was going to read this one, and I really, really, really want to read this one, at least by the end of this year, and if I don't finish it this month, I'll kick myself in the butt. But I didn't describe it last time because I hadn't read it, but I did just read it right before here. About a boy who discovers that he has the ability to summon demons. It's a rare ability, and he ends up being chased from his village for a crime he didn't commit, and then he goes in search of a school, I believe, to kind of enhance his summoning abilities, and then stuff happens. But anyway, so either way, it sounds like a really cool story, and I'm a sucker for a good cover, and I love this, reminds me kind of an Assassin's Creed type of figure, and I'm a sucker for Assassin's Creed. And finally, I'm going to be picking up Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, and I've been thinking that I want to put this one off because, I don't know, I don't like to read it so close to when it comes out, but because I've been following the book world as since last year I started following the book world, I don't want anything to be ruined, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right on into it. Probably not until the end of the month. We'll see. The end of the month seems to be when I get down in my book slump, so I don't know, maybe she can pull me back out of it. So there are the books that I intend to read in the month of October. As I said in my last video, I am writing again, so reading tends to go on the back burner a bit, but I try to read as much as I can. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of time for that when I also want to do videos and, of course, spend time with my son, which tends to take up all of my time with the exception of the 2 hours between when he goes to bed and I go to bed, so that goes to writing. Anyway, but yeah, so I really think I'll finish them. I have a lot of faith in myself, at least these 3 that I started, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, let me know down below if you've read any of the books I intend to read, and if you want to read them with me. I've mentioned before that I'm a terrible book club, or not book club, but book buddy, but if I do read with somebody, I will put that book first. Anyway, but yeah, let me know if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you did. See you later, book nerds!